Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good weekend. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where Sir Hans is still rotting in captivity in Fortress Malashov as I continue to ignore the main quest and just wander around the Kuttenberg region, taking it one day at a time and thieving anything that isn't nailed down. And today's video is more of the same. Fuck Hans, he knows what he did. Well, anyway, a funny thing happened on the way to the Devil's Den.
You look like you appreciate good wares when you see them. Would you care to buy something?
You look well-travelled. I'm sure you can tell me what's new in the world.
Why, yes, good man, there's plenty going on. You know, I just heard there was a frogpox in Hamburg where the Elbe flows.
Frogpox? What's that?
Well, the frogs there all got sick. There's this one lake with frogs all around. And then one day they began to bloat until they burst. Boom! And their guts went flying all over the place. Absolute carnage on the shore there was.
But what was the meaning of it?
That's what the locals can't agree on. Except that it must be some sort of sign. That much is clear. The peasants say it means the lords are greedy, and if they don't mend their ways, they'll croak. Then you've got the church telling you it's a warning to the hamburgers to keep a strict fast, or they might, well, burst.
So no one knows then?
No. And the frogs keep on exploding.
Believe it or not,
Why not? What are you
this
selling?
actually happened. Although, not in the Middle Ages, well, I mean, it might have happened in the Middle Ages, but what they're actually referring to here is something that happened in Hamburg 20 years ago, in 2005. As the Associated Press reported at the time, more than 1,000 toad corpses have been found at a pond in an upscale neighbourhood in Hamburg and over the border in Denmark after bloating and bursting. Local environmental workers in Hamburg have described it as a scene out of a horror or science fiction movie, with the bloated frogs agonising and twitching for several minutes, inflating like balloons before they suddenly burst. This happened. Nobody really knows why either. But the leading and most likely theory to explain why 1,000 toads would suddenly explode at more or less the same time is to do with crows. Clearly I need to explain. So, toads have lots of predators, and like most animals, they also have built-in defence systems. Toads, or this species of toad in particular, has the ability to secrete a toxic steroid from its skin that makes them poisonous to eat. So a lot of predators have figured out the hard way it's not a good idea to eat toads. Crows, on the other hand, crows are a lot smarter than most other predators.
Quick!
And a German researcher who goes by the name of Frank Muschen examined both dead and living Hamburg toad specimens at his Berlin research centre, and he found that all of them had identical circular incisions on their backs, small enough to be the work of a crow's beak. Then he found something strange. All of their livers were missing. He said there were no bite or scratch marks, so we knew the toads weren't being attacked by a raccoon or a rat, which would also have eaten the entire toad. This was clearly the work of crows, which are clever enough to know the toad's skin is toxic, and realise that the liver is the only part worth eating. So that explains why the liver was missing, but it didn't explain why the toads all exploded. This is probably down to a defence mechanism gone wrong. See, the toads don't notice when the crows are pecking at them. Apparently, toads get pecked at pretty often, so the crows are able to feast on the toad's liver without being bothered. But once the crow rips the liver out, the toad realises it's being attacked, puffs itself up as a natural defence mechanism. But since it doesn't have a diaphragm or ribs, without the liver there's nothing to hold the rest of its organs in. The lungs stretch out of all proportion and rip, and the rest of the organs simply expel themselves, which is a fancy way of saying the toad just kind of twitches around for a few minutes in agony and then bursts, scattering toad bits all over the place, which is pretty horrific if it happens once, but this happened to more than 1,000 and left the pond where it occurred looking like a murder scene, which is kind of appropriate because the collective noun for a flock of crows is a murder. So the leading theory to explain what happened to more than 1,000 toads that suddenly exploded just outside this pond in Hamburg 20 years ago was that it was a murder of
service,
toads by a murder of crows.
How goes it, innkeep?
Shitty. Absolutely shitty, just so you know. Exactly same shit as yesterday. And I can't wait to see how shitty it's going to be tomorrow.
This is my kind of innkeeper.
Well, aren't you in a good mood?
I'm in a shitty fucking mood.
So is he. What happened?
Ugh. A pack of filth has taken a liking to my tavern. They come in here like they own the place. Make a mess and steal. They hold nothing sacred. The poor women have to lock themselves away. They're godless swine.
Don't talk about the women like
And
that.
the guards do nothing about it.
Phew. Without orders, they won't do a thing. And Lord Buresh, who pulls the strings round here, may be a good customer, but won't lift a finger as the year is long.
But how many of them are there? Maybe I could help you get rid of them. For a few groschen.
Lad, you'd need a company of pikemen for that. There's only 6 or 7 that come in here. But I hear they have a camp in the woods, and who knows how many of them are there?
So a large band.
A band of brutes, led by a fella they call Eggman. And he's a right brute. Former soldier, they say.
Eggman? What kind of a name is that?
They say he can crack your head open like an egg with a single blow. But I figure it's because he stinks like a rotten egg. Got breath like a beggar's ballsack. I can always smell his band coming a mile away.
I'll take care of that riffraff.
By yourself? What are you gonna do?
These bands usually don't last long without a leader. I suspect if I get rid of Eggman, the others will leave you be.
Damn it, lad. You certainly have some courage. Taking them on alone, but if you managed, it would help me greatly.
You said something about a camp where they hide. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, but they're always yelling at me to go and get them there, if I've got the balls. You must go northwest from the village, across a stream and then around the big yard where the smelters are. A bit further, still in the same direction, is a little woods in the middle of a meadow. That's where those bastards hide.
Hold on, I know that camp.
Really?
And there used to be an odd group there. Also bandits, led by a fellow with an arrow in his head. But they're long gone. Your Eggman must have occupied it after them.
Well, excellent. Then you know where to go. But there's still one more thing. I got myself a little potion. I wanted to pour it into their drinks. Next time those swine show themselves. You know what I mean, right? To get rid of them. Maybe you'll find it handy.
Fine, I'll take it. Anything else?
Yeah. Once you take care of Eggman, bring me some proof. Not that I don't trust you, just so I can sleep calmly at night.
Fear not. I'm thorough at my work. And what kind of proof do you have in mind?
I'll leave that up to you. You'll certainly think of something. Just don't bring me any cut-off ears. Got it? So, good luck, and be careful.
Yeah, that little story about the bandit leader who used to occupy the place where this Eggman bandit band are. The guy who had an arrow in his head. Sadly, I didn't record that particular side quest, and it was kind of funny. He wasn't literally wandering around with an arrow in his head, but the story went that he'd been shot in the head with this arrow, which apparently actually happened. There were plenty of witnesses, but it didn't kill him. And so when they pulled the arrow out, he sort of kept it as a lucky charm. Everybody thought that you couldn't kill him because he had this lucky arrow that he was carrying around, and as long as he had that arrow on him, nobody could defeat him in combat. It's at this point where his henchmen entered the chat. Not the sharpest tools in the box, they wanted to hire me to kill him and take the magic arrow so that they could have it, and then they would become undefeatable and lead the band of bandits. You can see the flaw in their logic, right? I mean, I don't need to draw you a picture or anything, do I? Well, yeah, anyway. Of course, there was nothing magic about the arrow. But it was an amusing side quest, and unfortunately one that I wasn't actually recording at the time it happened. But this is where it happened. Well, not here precisely. It's actually on the other side of the woods up ahead that we're about to cut through. But that's where the original gang of bandits had their camp, and where this Eggman fella has now set up his lair with a new camp of bandits who keep coming to the local inn and making life interesting for the innkeeper. Now, there's a number of different ways that you can go about doing this. You could just charge in, all swords blazing, but there's at least 6 of them. Maybe more. Don't know how many there are there, but 6 is a bit too much. Or, I could do what I usually do and just wait until it's dark, put my thieving gear on, and then creep around the camp, stabbing them all one by one as they sleep. Or, the innkeeper's given me, yeah, let's call it a potion. It's actually something else that starts with the letter P, but we'll call it a potion. And what I could just do is wait until it's dark, avoid the sentries, sneak into the camp, and poison their cooking pot. Then sneak out, wait until the morning, and when they all get up and have their breakfast, I'll just wait for the potion to do its thing. And that should take care of things for me. And that's not something that I've ever actually done before. Normally I just sneak around the camp at night, stabbing everybody, because they all need a good stabbing.
Whoa!
But I think this time around, let me just check the map. And I've gone in completely the wrong direction. Yeah, I know this area. I've been here before. Heads in the wrong direction. Let's try that again, shall we? But I do think that this time around I'm going to attempt to just poison the camp cooking pot, because I've got this free poison from the innkeeper. And it's not something that I've ever done before. You know, things can get a bit stale and stagnant if you're using the same tactics and routines over and over again, so I'm going to give this a shot. Those are the woods just up ahead. That's where the camp is. So, I need to get eyes on the camp first, and then I'll hide somewhere, wait until after midnight, change into my sneaky gear, and then we'll go and poison the cook pot.
Whoa!
Okay. I think we're close. I can hear them. So we'll dismount, we'll hide in the bushes over here, and then we'll just advance time until after midnight. I don't think they can notice the horse. I realise the horse does look a bit obvious, but I don't think it's something that can... Hang on, what happened? That was only an hour. Oh, shit!
What are you...
Hopefully we're far enough away from the camp that killing this guy isn't going to alert anybody.
No, no.
Right, what?
Put you to a
Oh,
bloody
shit.
pulp. Show what you're made of.
Okay. I think we alerted everybody. Oh my god. How many of them? No, fuck that. Bravely brave Sir Henry bravely ran away. Or we're at least going to get some distance. I didn't even get a head count there. 5. Okay, including the one I just killed, that is 6. Or possibly 7. I think I see another one approaching from the... Oh, crap, yeah. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. Alright, that's 2 of them taken care of.
You're no match for us, fucker.
Kind of am so far, actually. I just can't afford to let any of them get around me. Alright, let's open the distance. Wait, what? That was him. Well, that was Eggman. I've killed him. Alright, I need to get proof. Which means going back for his hat. But yeah, let's just try to avoid dying first, shall we? Holy shit, I haven't taken a scratch yet. Alright, again, let's open the distance up. Just so I can focus them down one at a time.
I've been waiting for you.
Can't afford to let them get around behind me. Sometimes when you execute one of these attacks, you spin around. You have to reposition fast. Holy crap, that guy hit me once and he took half of my health bar off. Holy shit.
Show your stuff.
I should be dead. 6 or 7, again I've lost count. 6 or 7 of them on me. Any one of whom could hit me once and shave off half of my health. How the hell am I not dead? One left. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, I need to do something about the bleeding. Bandage. Where are my bandages? You keep losing health as long as you bleed, but you can stop the bleeding with bandages. It's going to take 3? Yeah, 3 bandages. That's fine. I've got 10. Right. Wow. I guess I just need to go back and... I can't even remember which one of the Eggman was. Guy in the kettle hat? with the longsword? I'm not sure. I know he wasn't one of these guys. Doesn't mean I'm not going to loot them anyway. You never know. They might have some decent stuff. The bandits in the Kuttenberg area do tend to be reasonably well armed and armoured. But at this point, I mean, I have nearly 88,000 groschen. It's not like I'm short of cash. So I'm going for the lightweight, useful stuff. More bandages wouldn't hurt. Right, where was the body? It's back here somewhere. Was that him? It might be. No, wasn't him. I'll take the bandages. I really do need to be careful because I could very easily lose the bodies in the tall grass. Oh, there's one over there. It wasn't this far back, surely. Nope. I did kill another one a bit closer to the tree line, but I mean, I got the indication that the guy had been killed way after I mean, I'll check the body anyway. Oh, it is him. That's weird. Well, I'll have his hat. So that's my proof of kill. Anything else useful on him? Not really, no. I'll take the cash. Right. So, Eggman is dead. Let's head back to the innkeeper. I just need to find my horse. Oh, yeah, there's the one who who disturbed me while I was hiding in the bushes. Yeah, nothing particular. I'll take the bandages. Right then. Let's mount up, head back to the inn, give the innkeeper the good news. Might actually cheer the miserable old bastard up. You know what? First though, I'm going to check out the camp. Alright, horse is back there. So there's the pot that I was going to poison. Yeah, no plan survives contact with the enemy, does it? It's washed all the blood off. Let's have a look around. So there's a chest here. Medium lock, no problem. Where's the sweet spot? There it is. Oh, wow. No problem, he says. Almost breaks a lockpick on a medium lock. God, that's embarrassing. Yeah, 184 groschen. Nothing particularly valuable in here. Any useful supplies? This looks like Eggman's shack within the camp. Little private spot. What's he got in here? Yeah, food. Nothing. Again, nothing hugely valuable. It's not a bad little camp. I mean, you know, it's no cottage, but it's certainly not terrible. All these lean-tos. Looks like they were skinning their game down here. Nothing useful there. Any other chests? No. Anything in this sack? No. No, that kind of looks like it. Alright. Well, mount up, head back. Oh shit. 2 more? Fine. I just dealt with 7, I can deal with 2. Come on. Oh shit. Nobody's ever done that to me in a fight before. See? That clinch. That was a first.
Fuck you!
Come on then. Let's be having
Do
you.
your stuff.
One more hit should take this guy out. Oh. There he is. And now for your friend.
Useless.
Ow. Oh, would you... Holy fuck, would you stop doing that? I just can't seem to time the master strikes. I don't know what's wrong with me all of a sudden.
Slow.
Come on then. Oh shit, mistimed that. Got the blood.
I'll be able to take
I've never seen
another
anybody
one
do
like
that before either. Holy shit, you see the damage you did with the shield slam? Fuck me, I'm gonna die. I'm bleeding. I just took out 8 bandits. I only got hit once. This guy's going to fucking kill me. Oh no. That would be really embarrassing. Alright, concentrate. I cannot afford to let him hit me again. He hits me again, I'm dead. Just have to work on blocking. I mean, here's the thing. A Master Strike will kill him. But if you fuck it up, you get hit. And then I'm dead. Right, yeah, wow. That was a bit of a blow to morale. Seriously, there were like, what, 7 of them coming at me one at a time? And I killed them all while only getting hit once. And then that one guy nearly fucked me up. Right, let's not push my luck in case there's more of them out there on patrol. And they come back looking for more. Let's just get washed up first. I don't want to scare the shit out of the innkeeper. And now let's get the fuck out of here. So where's my horse? Actually, where is my horse? Where the fuck is my horse? Where did my horse go? It was right here. Oh my god, could this day get any worse? Where's my horse, you thieving bastard? Shit. Alright, I'm just going to get clear of the camp in case more of them turn up. I don't know how... I mean, how many was that? 9? I'm going to fast travel from here. Oh yeah, it's a bunch of bandits led by this Eggman guy. There's like 6 of them. 6 my arse. Well, there was only the one of them that actually gave me problems. But anyway, I sorted out your bandit problem.
Greetings, what do you need?
So I was in Eggman's camp.
Damn! I'm glad you're still alive. Was it bad there? What about Eggman?
You need not fear him any longer. He's taken care of. I brought you his hat, so you'll believe me.
Fuck's sake! That's Eggman's pilgrim hat!
He was a pilgrim?
Bollocks! He was a murderer, but that band of his caught a pilgrim. They forced him to walk around the camp until he collapsed from exhaustion. Just like that. For entertainment. Can you believe it? Then Eggman stole his hat.
Damn. Well, now it's yours.
Thanks. I'll wear it in honor of that poor, tormented fellow.
And how about holding a mass for that pilgrim? If he suffered so much on this earth, you could help him on his way to God, right?
That's a very good idea. Thanks, friend. Here's your reward. You deserved it. And may God be with you.
And so that was the murder of crows. Well, technically the murder of toads by the murder of crows. And Eggman, the bandit with a bad breath. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you're all having a great weekend. And as always, take care. And I'll catch you next time.